Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to understand how to add new project details from Podio to Google Sheets. Now, we all know that Podio allows a lot of features that includes organizing team communication, business processes, data and content in project management workspaces according to project needs, etc. So here we are going to create a new project. So every time a new project is created inside Podio, then automatically the details of that particular project should be added as a new row in our Google Sheet. Now, how can we do that? For this, we will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here, our trigger application will be Podio, where the event would be new action, and then our action application will be Google Sheets, where the event would be to add new row. Now, you can automate this process as well. To understand how, let's begin. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, you have to sign in, and if you are a new user, you can sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and yes, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. And now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this. This dialog box has appeared. Here you have to name your workflow. You can give any random name. I'm going to name it as Add New Project Details from Podio to Google Sheets. I'm going to click on Create. Now as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Now, let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get a message or a notification on SMS or WhatsApp. Now this happens because of automation. And in such a case, your trigger will be the payment gateway and your action application will be the applications through which you can send these SMSs and messages, WhatsApp messages. Now let's come to our use case. So here our trigger will be Podio. Let's click on this. Next we have the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it will be new action. So basically this workflow is going to trigger when an action happens inside a specific application. Now we can understand this a lot better once I connect this. So as I click on connect here, Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with the Podio account. Since I'm setting this connection for the first time, I'm going to select add new connection, connect with Podio. And I have already logged into my Podio account. So here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Podio and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now once this is done, so here we have to fill in this information. So you can see that within Podio, we can create different organizations, different workspaces. Then we can have different applications, fields and action events. So here I have got Pabbly and second organization. So I have created two organizations here. So we can see them in the drop down. I'm going to go ahead with Pabbly. Next is the workspace. Let me take you to my Podio account. Now here I'm going to show you the workspace. So this here is the organization. Then here you can see employee network, project management, tester, testing. These are the various workspaces. Now if you wish to create your own workspace, you have to just click on this tab and then fill in the necessary details. Okay, now here I'm going to select project management workspace. Now as I take you to project management workspace, here you can see we have projects, meetings, contact, my app, arrivals, data 101, etc. You can add as many applications as you wish to. So as you click on this add application, so either you can create your own app or go to the app market. So here I'm going to select the application which is project. Okay. Then we have the field. Now within project, we have got title, deadline, responsible, status. So basically when I'm creating a project, let me show you this. Okay, so when I am adding a project, so it is asking me for the title, deadline, responsible, status, files and tags. And these are the fields that we can see here. So basically here I want to create a deadline. So I'm going to select deadline, and here the item is created, updated, deleted, comment create or comment delete. So here I'm going to select item is created. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new project and then the details will be filled here. Now, as I click on save and send test request, here you can see that it is saying that now you have to do a test submission in the application in order to capture the response here. Now here we wish to understand whether Pabbly Connect and Podio are properly integrated or no. To do that, I'm going to take you to Podio and here I'm going to create a new project. Let's say the name of the project is project 123. Then let's say the deadline is 4th of August. Time is 12 p.m. Who is responsible? So I'm choosing this member, which is Pabbly_Connect. Then we have the status. So I have just entered. I have selected entered. Then if you wish to add any file, you can do that. And here let's say I'm going to provide it a tag, which is new project. Now I'm going to click on save project. The item has been created. As soon as this item has been created here, let me take you to Pabbly Connect and you can see we have received the response here. So first of all, the type is item create. Then here we have received the item ID and hook ID. I haven't received the item details, but I can get those details with the help of this ID. So I'm going to choose my next application again as Podio. Let's click on this. So the action event this time will be get item details. So I'm going to click on this and click on connect. So since we have already built up this connection, I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. And here I'm going to map the item ID. How? So as I click on this, you can see the previous step and this here is the item ID. And this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. And this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written this ID manually, so even when I had received some new response with new ID, it wouldn't have taken that. Instead, it would have taken the same ID that I am writing right now manually. So to avoid that, we map the information. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response. So this here is your app ID. Now again, as I take you down, this is the name of your application. Okay, now I'm going to take you down. So here you can see that this here is the assigned person. Then we have the created date and time. Then as I take you down, this here is the name of the project, which is the project title. Now this here is the deadline. So here we have the start date and the start time. Then here we can see that the status. What is the status of the project? It has just entered. Okay. Now once I have received this entire information, what is my next objective? I want these details to be added to my Google Sheet. So here I'm going to choose my final action step. The application will be Google Sheets. Here it is. And the action event will be to add new row. Now I'm going to click on connect. And here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Google Sheets account. I'm going to select add new connection, sign in with Google. And here I have to select the account with which this Google Sheet is associated. Now Pabbly Connect Sheets wants to access my Google account. So I'm going to click on allow. And here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect are now connected. And once this is done, so here I have to fill in this information. Now this here is my spreadsheet. The name is project details and here we have the following fields: project title, deadline, time, person responsible and status. Let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to fill in the details. First of all, the project title. So I'm going to go to step 2 and here we have to look for the title. So here it is. Then we need the deadline. So here I'm going to go to step 2 once again and deadline. So here we have got the date. And then we need the time. So again, I'm going to go here and I'm going to write deadline. And this here is the time. Then we need the person responsible. So the person responsible was Pabbly_Connect. Here it is. And then we have the status. So I'm going to go to step 2 once again. The status was entered. So here we have the status. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response, according to which now this information must be added to my Google Sheet. And here you can see we have received the information. So this basically means that our integration is a success. Now let's check the same in real time. For this, I'm going to take you back to Podio. And here I'm going to create another project. So let's click on new project. Let's say the title of the project is Smart Project. Then we have the deadline, which is 4th again, or we can change this as well to 5th. Now let's say the time is 11 p.m. Then we have the responsible person, again the same. What is the status? Let's say it is in progress. And what's the tag? New S. Now I'm going to click on Save Project. The item has been created, and as soon as this item has been created, then you can see, yes, the details have been embedded to our Google Sheet, which means that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was Podio, where the event was new action. Then again our action application was Podio, where the event was to get item details. And our final action application was Google Sheets, where the event was to add new row. I hope that this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.